Hello, thank you for joining us today on Our Village, Our Voices. Today we're going to hear from Paula Marx-Rush, who is a Sacred Passage Doula. This is my first time meeting Paula, so I'm very excited to hear from her and to hear her story and to share that story with you. Thank you for being here. Paula, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
So good to meet you. So this is my first time meeting Paula. You are an end-of-life doula.
Yes, I am.
And
Yes.
when I was just telling you, my grandma passed away recently, and so
sorry
I
to hear
heard that there were end-of-life doulas. I was thinking there has to be someone who helps us with this process.
Yes,
So-
absolutely.
So what was your process in coming to discover this profession?
Wow. So I had no idea that anything like that existed. Of course, I've heard of birthing doulas, and being a caregiver. I started off in 2015, left the legal profession. I had been speaking with a lady that was in her 80s at the time. She's my partner's mother, and she was looking for a caregiver. I've always had, a fear about death and dying. And that whole process.
Yeah.
And so becoming a caregiver, I kind of steered away from that and was more on the rehabilitative side of care. So people recovering from surgeries, I would assist them with their physical therapy and coaching them, and I really enjoyed that. In 2015, I had 3 people that were very close to me pass in 1 year.
Oh, wow.
And then my brother was sick and was in the ICU for 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And he almost died. And at the time, I didn't feel like I could leave my job to be able
to
to
go
be
be
there
with
for
them.
them. And one of my friends had been diagnosed with cancer,
Oh, my
and she was only like 49, and
wow.
she had 2 kids, and then tragically 2 months before she passed, her 22-year-old son just died suddenly.
Oh, my goodness.
So I knew,
Wow.
and at that time, my feelings about death and dying, it was just raw. It was like being hit over and over again with the losses. And I, had found out about, being a doula back last fall, and I was reading something online, and I went, and I thought, I'm going to face my fear about death.
Yes.
And this will help me be able to practice and do, make a plan for myself, for my kids, and then help my family members do that as well. So started opening up the conversation in my family about death and dying.
Yeah.
And was able to, work with my mom to set up a plan for her. And then my friend, I was able to do that for her. And I definitely feel like that's part of my gift, back to honor my ancestors, is to be that compassionate person, that nobody, that you aren't going to die alone.
Yeah.
And I don't want someone to die alone. I want to be able to be there for them.
So what was that like for you to step away from that and move into a career that not only was it totally different than being a paralegal, but it also made you face some of these fears that you had?
Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, I think what was really pivotal was, in 1 year I had 3 people that were very close to me, and then the possibility of losing my brother.
Yeah.
Really kind of, I guess, was the call that I heard was like, I want to be able to be with people. I want to be there in their last moments.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that there's healing in these relationships. And once they're gone, there's all the regrets and the things, and I don't want to live with those regrets. I want to be able to say, no, I've done everything that I could to bring that gift into the world, and to and really help people heal in their relationships. And now I'm a private caregiver, so being able to have the certification as a doula has really helped with being a caregiver.
Yeah.
Now, when I do have clients who are passing, I mean, I tend to lean more towards the clients who are passing.
Right.
And said before, I just wanted to do the rehabilitative care,
Uh-huh.
and because of my own fear about death and what to
Right.
expect in that whole process.
Right.
And so I think getting that certification, going through that training, really helped me deal with my own fears surrounding death.
Yeah.
And my whole life, I had a fear about it.
Yeah.
And then being able to see somebody go through that process.
Yeah. How has that been for you as a person to step into this? What has it done for you to be doing this now?
Oh my
How has
gosh.
it changed your being?
My life is full, and I have a peace about that fear has subsided about death.
Yeah.
And just realizing that it's a natural part of life.
Yeah.
And that we've been given this gift of life.
Yeah.
And to appreciate the gift that I have of this life.
Yeah.
And I think that for me has been a big thing, because I know in the past I've dealt with depression and living with that, and sometimes myself not feeling like, I don't know if I could live in this world,
Yeah.
when you're going through depression. And so that for me, being able to appreciate my life and know that it's a gift that's been given to me.
Yeah. So when you do have those hard times,
yeah,
you can be
exactly.
easier reminded of those good things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so for me, I mean, I've realized how much I've become a more loving person, a more compassionate person, a more empathetic person, instead of judging people, and when you see them, understanding, I haven't walked in their shoes. And so understanding what people have gone through in their life and hearing their life stories, I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
It helps me, gives me wisdom and understanding and empathy for them. Yeah, and that gives me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
Being able to do that with people and be able to hear their stories. And
as a caregiver, you get to do that
I get
intimately.
to do that. I absolutely
with them.
love that, and I can't believe I get paid for it.
Yeah.
So for me, that's that's wonderful.
That's
I love
so cool.
it. I feel blessed to be able to do that for people. So.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It's so great to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Thank you for joining us and for being here with us as we were able to talk with Paula and to hear about her journey to coming into this new career and passion in life of being a sacred passage doula. I know that while we were talking, I felt a lot of emotions, was able to kind of experience some of that grief again for my grandmother and my grandfather even, who passed a long time ago. Just exploring that topic brought a lot of feels up for me, and so I hope that you're able to maybe experience some of that and the beauty of being able to remember those people who have made our lives what they are today because of the sacrifices that they made and what they do, and to be able to hear about that there are resources. I'm really grateful for people like Paula who are creating these resources for us to be able to do this part of life better, this death part of life better. So thank you for being here, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.